Am I the asshole for refusing to tell my family which of my baby girls I adopted? I, a single 20-year-old female, gave birth to a baby girl about 2 months ago and at the same time adopted a second baby girl who was born about 3 days before. The daughter that I had in my uterus, I will call Rose. The daughter that I didn't carry, I will call Lily. I got pregnant with Rose about the same time that my best friend, who I'll call Anna, got pregnant with Lily. While I was ecstatic about being pregnant, Anna was not. Anna felt that she wasn't in a good place emotionally, financially, or any way to have a child. She told me she was considering getting an abortion and that she wished her child could have a good life somewhere else instead of just being thrown away. But anytime she pictured putting her child up for adoption, she remembers all the stories of abusive adoptive parents. She said that she felt helpless because there didn't seem to be any good answers. That's when we came up with a hesitant plan. We decided that if after Lily's birth, Anna still didn't feel like she wanted to raise her, I would adopt Lily and raise the girls as twins. Anna didn't want Lily to know she was adopted, but I hated the idea of lying to a daughter of mine. We decided that once Lily was old enough to understand, I would explain that she was adopted. If at that point Anna felt ready, we would tell Lily that Anna was her bio mom. And if not, then we would need to say that her mom wasn't ready for her to know who she was. This way, Lily could live her life. Anna didn't need to be worried about Lily because she could check on her at any time, and Anna would be able to continue working on getting her life in order. I chose not to have any of my family in the room during the birth because I wasn't comfortable with them seeing me like that, and Anna was fighting with her family at the time. So Anna and I were the only ones in the room for each other during the births. After Lily was born, Anna still wanted me to adopt Lily, as she said that she did want to be in her life more than she originally thought. We decided that she would be the godmother of both the girls, and I would be their mother. When it was time for us to go home, I organized a get-together for my family to meet both of my daughters, and we went forward with the adoption. As soon as my grandmother met my babies, she asked me which one was my daughter, and I replied that they were both my daughter. She rolled her eyes and said that I knew what she meant. I told her that, no, I don't, because they are both my daughters. She got mad at me and asked me which one was, quote-unquote, my real daughter. And my parents backed her up, saying that I should tell them which daughter I had adopted. I got mad and asked them why it mattered. Both babies are my children. I'm breastfeeding both of them. I named both of them. And I was there through the entire pregnancy for both of them, even if I only carried one of them myself. This led to a fight with my family, insisting that I tell them which daughter is which, and me insisting that my grandmother apologize for implying that one of them wasn't my real daughter. My parents told me that I am being dramatic, pointlessly stubborn, ridiculous, and that they wanted to know, when dealing with the girls, which one was their granddaughter. I kicked all of them out and said that unless they apologize and stop asking which daughter is adopted, they would not get to see either of them. After they left, I sent out a text saying that I will tell them which one is adopted when I explained to her that she is adopted. But adopted or not, they are both my children. I also reiterated that until I get an apology and they agree to view my daughters equally, they will not see the girls, and I will not be talking to them. I received a massive amount of texts ranging from them demanding that I let them see the kids and telling me how I was cruel and selfish to deprive my daughters of their love, to pleading with me to just tell them which girl it was and let them see my daughters. After a few weeks of this, I said enough. The stress of trying to take care of 2 babies, adopt Lily, and deal with my family was too much. So I sent out another text telling them that I was serious when I said I won't tell them which daughter is adopted. I then told them that I can't take their constant texts anymore, and anyone that texts me something that doesn't start with an apology is getting blocked. Most of my family realized I wouldn't back down and stop texting. I did have to block my brother, who sent me 2 paragraphs about why I should just give our parents and grandparents what they want, because it isn't worth the fight. I also had to block my mom, who texted me to tell me that no one was going to help me take care of the children until I told them the truth about which one is my real daughter. Anna agrees with me that they shouldn't care which one is adopted and says she wishes that my family didn't even know that one girl was adopted. Well, yesterday, both babies were crying. Lily needed a diaper change, and Rose was hungry, and I realized that my mom was right. I can't be in both places at once, and I can't take care of them by myself. Luckily, Anna was there, and she was able to take care of them both and get them settled, because I broke down sobbing and was completely useless. Now I'm starting to wonder if I'm a bad mother for not letting my daughters see their family, and if I've chosen the wrong hill to die on.
Oh my God, this is so complicated.
It's so complicated.
I mixed emotions.
I know.
Everywhere. It's messed up. Like, what is wrong with the family for making a huge deal out of it? Like, it's kind of innocent at first to ask because you're like,
It's natural.
it's a natural. It's like, I'm
reaction.
curious which one was in your belly. And I can also understand her side of not wanting to declare because that's going to create she's worried that it's going to create a bias. But I don't know if that's in the hill that you should be dying on. I feel like if you, I'm not saying this with like, this is the right answer, but I'm only going off of my feelings because I have no idea how to relate to this or anything. But I feel like maybe the family does deserve to know. I don't know. And then like if the bias is showing up because like it's a natural curious question where yeah, I would be curious too. Am I going to die on that hill? No. If you tell me that you don't want to tell, I'm going to respect that. I'm not going to make that a nightmare, and I'm not going to not come see the kids because you're not willing to tell me. Like my sister is about to give birth to a child. So I'm just imagining if suddenly after the birth, there ends up being another one. And they're like, yeah, we adopted her the same day because some tragic thing happened at the hospital to the person who was in the room next to us. I don't know. Whatever. And I'm just like, okay, I would ask which one was, if they both end up being boys, I'd be like, I would ask. It's just a curious question. I myself would treat them both the same. I wouldn't allow a bias to happen. So that is so tough.
Well, it's hard to say that.
It is hard to say that. I would think that, but who actually knows how I'll behave?
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. But... So I would totally respect if they didn't want, because they're like, just treat them both the same. And when they find out they're adopted, you'll find out down the road. Like, we'll tell you eventually. And I'm like, okay, that's fair. Like, no problem. It wouldn't be a hill that I'm dying on. It would be that I'm curious. But I'm also, yeah, like, I feel like as a parent, I could see myself be doing what she's doing, being kind of like,
no one needs to know.
You don't need to know. Why are you making it such a big deal?
And the fact that they're making it a big deal is concerning. Because it's like, okay, that tells me that they're probably going to treat them differently.
You're going to give the non-adopted one the priority.
Yeah.
Which isn't fair.
Exactly.
I can definitely see that. It's also like, what gets me too is like the whole adoption thing is, I'm not liking it, if I'm being honest. Like, I like it and I don't like it. I like that she was willing to do that. I just don't like the position she put herself with her friend. I think it's great of her that she was willing to adopt the kid, and every situation's different. I just see heartbreak for her because it sounds like to me that the friend thinks that she's not ready to raise the kid, but she still wants to be there. She still wants to be in the kid's life. She's the godmother. She's there at the house right now helping, taking care of, but she doesn't want that full-time responsibility of being a parent.
Yeah.
It's almost like she's gonna get to be a parent, but not have to do any of the actual hard work of it. Responsibility, financial responsibility.
Exactly.
And then when the kid ends up being like 5 or something, and when she's in a financial position, she's gonna be around, she's gonna see that kid grow up, and she's gonna be like, that's my kid. And that's gonna pull on the heartstrings, and she's gonna want her kid back at some point. Her staying in her life, her watching her grow up. I feel very strongly that at some point she's gonna want that kid back. She's gonna fight for that kid, and the girl who's now raising her is gonna be heartbroken because she's gonna raise her as twins. They're gonna raise them together, and then at some point, her best friend, whether she wants to or not, is going to destroy that. I don't see any other possible outcome, and I could be wrong, and everything could be rainbow and sunshine, but I just cannot see that situation ending positively between those two friends, because at some point the kid's gonna grow up and she's gonna want her to have a kid. She's gonna want her back.
Yeah.
And then
Honestly, I didn't think of that.
and at that point, like, yeah, you legally adopted her, but like if she's DNA biological mother, what's the rules for that? Can she come along and try
I
to
don't think
go
so.
for full custody or something like that?
I don't
Like,
think so because it would be as if like any other adoption,
I hope
right?
so, but I can also see it if she's staying in her life and the kid gets to be 13 and mom makes a rule that she doesn't like, she's got godmom to go there. And at some point, if she finds out that she's her real mom, like, it's going to
Yeah.
be so complicated, so messy. And I don't think, like, I understand where OP is coming from for doing that. And I can't imagine not doing it or saying no. I just feel like it's going to be inevitable for it just to get sour
Messy.
when she decides that she wants her kid back. I can't imagine being a parent and being like, I'm not ready to be a parent. So, and my best friend volunteers to be a parent, and me not, and then also me still being involved in their life and not wanting to be the parent. To have the mom, to have that child love. Like, if
Yeah.
you're going to give your kid up for adoption, you got to give your kid up for adoption and cut and don't turn back. You can't keep it nearby. I
Yeah,
feel
because the
like
lines are gonna get blurry,
so blurred the whole
and
time.
you're gonna feel like her mom as much as you like. You won't have that title, like
And you're going to feel like the mom even more because you don't have to do majority of the diaper changes. You don't have
yeah.
to deal with the kids talking back to you. You're only going to see the good stuff. And that's going to want you to be the parent more because you don't have the kid under your roof. You haven't had the financial stress of having the kid. You haven't had to take them to school, after school practices. You only get to be there for the rainbow and sunshine moments where that's going to want you to be like, I can do this. I want to be mom. I want her to know I'm her mom. I want to take care of her when she's like 5, 6, 7, 8. So I just don't see this whole situation
Ending well.
ending well. I'm very,
Yeah.
proud of OP for like stepping up and doing that, and applause to her and all that stuff. And I just feel bad because I feel like it's going to end up with her being broken 10 years down the line or something like that from this situation that she's put herself in. Like, if she's willing to be there and like shake the diapers and stuff like that, maybe she could be a parent with your support. Maybe best friends helping raise each other's kid, takes a village type of thing. Like, that could work. But giving up like that, yeah, I don't know. And I do think it's pretty shitty of OP's parents to kind of like refuse and just give up. It's not worth the fight. It's like, guys, like, you trying so hard is showing me that you're going to be biased once you find
Yes.
out.
Yeah, exactly. Um, so I understand like OP's issue here, why she's doubting her decision. I don't think she's a terrible mom at all. Like when she said, I feel
Well,
like a bad mom.
Well, I mean, yes and no. I can understand why she feels that way. She feels like she has now taken on too much of a burden and she can't take care of them adequately enough by just herself. So maybe that is a bad decision. Like, you bit off too much to chew and now you can't take care of these two little infant babies that need
Yeah.
24/7 care. So
It's
I'm
just
not.
shitty that her whole family is acting this way. It's like, okay, well, if you're going to be shitty family, do I even want your help?
Well, I think that's why she also feels like that. She doesn't have any help right now. And now she's like, this one needed to be fed and this one is crying, and like handling both of them. Now that she doesn't have the village to support her, she feels like maybe she took on too much. And this is one of
Yeah.
those situations where, yeah, if you take on too much between like two jobs, whatever, you can quit a job. Like, you have two kids. There is no backing out. There is no.
Maybe a compromise would be if what's the friend's name? Anna. If Anna can maybe provide financially for like a nanny, a live-in nanny or something.
And this is also where I go. That's where maybe she can, and that's where I go down. Where that's the more that Anna is involved, the more heartbreak this is going to end up in a couple of years.
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely tough. But
I think honestly, I feel for OP, but I feel like she is almost in a no-win situation here. I hope she finds happiness. I hope everything works out between her family being assholes now and the kid's mom's being the godmother and being in the kid's life for the next foreseeable future. She's got a rough time ahead of her for the next 10 to 20 years.
Yeah.
It's wild.
Okay, top comment. Not the asshole. Sounds like they will probably treat your daughters differently. I can't see why it would be so important to know. As for you depriving them of your family's love, you're protecting both of your daughters. Your family doesn't get to decide when or what info you share. There is a big chance that when you do tell them, they'll favor one daughter. Be prepared for that. Don't let it affect your daughter's views of each other.
Yeah, I agree with that comment. If they're trying so hard for this, I can't find a counter argument to how they won't be biased.
Yeah.
I can't see it. They want to know who their real granddaughter is, and that's just a tough situation. Like, yeah, they should be. I'd be curious too. Would I be dying on this hill?
Curious is different.
No. I'd be respecting her choice of she doesn't want to tell anybody yet. That's fair. I'd be like, I can totally understand that. Don't worry about it. Tell me when you're ready.
Exactly.
We'll find out in a couple years, whichever one looks more like you.
Okay, so there is an update. Thank you all for the support. I was shocked when I saw how many people had commented because I honestly expected to find maybe 3 or 4. I tried to read through all the comments quickly, so I want to answer a few things that I saw multiple people say. 1. Everyone knows that Anna was pregnant and that one of them is her bio kid. Anna and I do look pretty similar on a basic level. Both have similar colors of brown hair, dark brown eyes, and both are white. I'm a little darker than Anna, and she is fair-skinned, and I always look like I have a tan. We also both got pregnant with a white guy. To me, at least, it isn't obvious which girl is whose bio kid. 2. Anna had been dating Lily's bio dad for maybe half a year, but when he heard that Anna was pregnant, he told her that he didn't want anything to do with the child. I got pregnant because I went to a party and was an idiot. I have contacted Rose's father, but he told me to give him time to think, so I've been waiting for him to come around. 3. I have not legally adopted Lily yet. Anna and I have agreed that Lily is my child and Lily is staying at my house, but Anna is still currently her legal guardian. Right now, we are trying to figure out where Lily's father went. 4. I think I saw several people saying that I don't know how much work 2 babies will be. I definitely did not know what I was signing up for. Me and Anna thought we knew it would be hard, but this is not what I was expecting. Anna has been an absolute angel. She is probably the only reason I am still sane right now. After we realized our false expectations, Anna comes over almost daily, except for the 2 days before I had a mini breakdown, and has fallen asleep in my house a few times while caring for the kids. Another friend of ours, who I'll call James, has also been stopping by. He doesn't help with the girls because, in his own words, quote, I don't know what to do with the baby, but James makes food and cleans up the house a bit. I'm eternally grateful for both James and Anna because I would be lost without them. And 5, a lot of people have point out that telling Lily when she is old is a bad idea, and I agree with you. That was my idea. I didn't really think about how that could affect her when she finds out when she's older. I'm going to talk to Anna about this because I don't want to cause my daughter any issues down the line.
Yeah, see, seems like Anna is still pretty involved. I don't see why, she shouldn't be raising her own kid. I don't know. I don't want to be too strong on that. And I only say that because I just feel like this is just heading towards heartbreak, because the more involved she is and she goes through with the adoption and stuff like that and she stays involved, it's just so complicated. And then who knows? Maybe in 2 months, Anna changes her mind early and decides that, hey, maybe we can do it together. She's already so involved as it is. So I don't know. I don't like this adoption plan anymore because I just feel like it's setting OP up for massive heartbreak if Anna decides that she wants to be mom in the
And the
future.
kids.
And the kids.
I think.
I feel like I would wait until they're like 20. I don't think that's something you can really do to them
really
when they're
shocking,
old enough.
though, at that age. You're going your whole life.
It's when you can handle it, because when you tell it to them early, high school, 13, 15, they are still developing, and it creates such an identity crisis where maybe like 20, 25, 30, like if they told me I'm adopted now, whatever, I can handle it.
I don't think so.
It wouldn't change anything for me.
I don't know. I think everyone's different.
I agree.
But I think most people would probably want to know earlier on.
I don't think I would want to tell them earlier on. I definitely wouldn't want to tell them until they're at least 18.
Yeah. OP's count was deleted, so there's no further updates. This was posted 27 days ago.
Yeah, I think their family's pretty shit people. Like, what the heck is wrong with them?
Yeah.
That's one of the most messiest situations. Like, yeah, I don't know. I don't think I could adopt someone else's kids when they're staying in the picture.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't think I could. I don't think I could handle raising someone's kid for X amount of years and then have them still in the picture.
Who knows? Maybe it will work out. We don't know their relationship. We don't know how Anna is.
We don't. I hope it does.
Yeah.
I wish them all the best. I really hope it does work out and everything. I just can't stop thinking about the complicatedness of the real parent sticking around and being the godmother, and not wanting to be full on mom when the kid, especially when they're 5, when they look so freaking cute. Little fingers, and they're just so cute.
Little fingers.
Yeah.
All right.
Like after they're at a diaper stage, and they start talking to you.
That's when they're annoying, though.
You find it annoying. It's not so bad for me. I like it. It's all right. All right. Moving on.